If you own a home here in Fredericksburg, or if you're planning on buying one, 3 key market indicators have shifted, and it could totally change your negotiation leverage. Right now, local home sellers are making big mistakes of pricing like it's 2021 and assuming homes will sell overnight, while buyers are sitting on the sidelines assuming prices are going to crash. Both sides are misreading the Fredericksburg market right now, and it's costing people real money. All right, let's cut through all the noise and let's talk about actual data. Now, in times past, I've talked about data, and I'm good about talking about data and just rambling on. And that is not what this is going to be about. We're going to be focusing on 3 key indicators, and those are active inventories and months of supply, days on the market and price cuts, and interest rates and what that rate actually means for your buying power as a buyer. And on the flip side, if you're a seller, you also have to think what that rate means for your selling of your property and what the next buyer is going to have their mortgage payment based off of. Okay, so let's get into active inventory and months of inventory. How many choices buyers have right now and who has the leverage? So we've talked about in the hot of the market, we saw under 1 month of inventory or hovering around 1 month of inventory. Historically, anything under 3 is considered a seller's market, but we are currently holding 2.8 months of inventory as of coming out of July. 2.8 months of inventory is holding right at a 3, which we would consider a normal market. Now, we haven't seen a normal market in a while, so it might seem a little slow, but really it is a normal market when we're talking about months of inventory. Now, compare this to July of 2025, we were holding around 2.5 months of inventory. So we're up a little bit, nothing too crazy. And the big thing is how many houses were listed and how many have gone pending. Interestingly enough, we are up about 200 houses this current month than we were in 2025 that were listed. Pending is about the same. We're hovering around 230 of 2025, 223. So I'm interested to see market update in August to see what those other 200 to 300 houses that were listed this month that weren't in 2025, since we know they haven't gone pending. Now, days of market's another great indicator. How many days does it take for that house to go off the market and being under contract? It doesn't mean sold, it just means going from an active to like a pending or contingent sale, depending on what state you're in. Escrow is another word, depending on where you're at, but there's a contract on that house. This has actually ticked up as well. 2025, we were sitting around 27 days on the market. Right now, we're sitting at 29. No crazy swings there. Now, collective days on the market's a little bit deeper, and I can see that on the back end as an agent, meaning if it's been listed with multiple agents. Collective days on the market's 35 in 2025. Currently for this month, we're sitting right around 40 days on the market collectively. So it could be listed with other agents. They could have taken it off the market for a minute and put it back on the market, the collective days on the market. Now, as a seller, if you take it off the market for, depending on the MLS, somewhere between 60 and 90 days, you actually get a fresh days on the market. So I can't see everything because there's a lot of houses, but just know that those are the days on the market. We're trying to track it as best as we can. Now, headlines all over are saying that the market's crashing, and there are probably pockets across the United States that are coming down, especially the ones that had huge runs during the 2021-3 run, right? But in our area, currently prices are still continuing to climb, with the median sold price of July 2025, that's average sales price about 510. July of 2026, rolling into the August month, we're looking at average sales price about 530. That's about a 3.92, and what you would like to see, almost 4% of change right there year over year. And something interesting here with the market being a little bit slower is the median list price versus the median sold price. Something to know, in 2025, the median sales price was 510, but the median list price was 528, 750. So sellers on average got about 96.5% of what they listed for. Versus 2026, median list price was 539, 995. Sold was around 530, which was a 98.15 list to sale ratio. So not as big of a drop, even though it's been a little bit slower of a market. And what I think that means is really sellers are understanding that maybe it's not 2021 anymore. They're not throwing these crazy numbers out there, and they're dialing it back a little bit. Well, we've seen a trajectory where a lot of folks were listing high and would negotiate down. And right now, simply buyers are not negotiating. They will just move on because they have more things to pick from. All right, so last thing we're gonna talk about is the interest rates. Obviously, that's the hot topic everybody's asking about. A weekly email from my buddy Nick Lewis, who's been on this channel talking about the interest rates. We're gonna look at his weekend hot sheet that he provides to us, and I'm sure you can sign up for it as well, where he goes over pretty much what different loans are going for right now. I don't know if you can see this cool graph on the video or not, but every weekend he provides these things for me. And it's based off a $450,000 sales price. $450,000 is a little bit below our average at this point, but this is just something he's done for years now with me. So conventional rates are sitting somewhere between 6.875 and 6.7. Now, I'm not saying you can't get a better rate out there or worse rate depending on who, but again, averages without talking about your credit scenario or anything like that. Again, we're talking about averages. Now, FHA is gonna be a little bit better, sitting at like 6.375. I've had some that are a little bit lower than that, depending on maybe some buy downs or something along those lines. And VA being the best rate out there. Now you have to be a veteran for this kind of loan, but a VA loan is sitting right around 6.25. So the big thing is, for a little while, we were getting somewhere in the high fives, sometimes even middle of the fives. But now with everything going on with the uncertainty in the market, especially when we're talking about like Iran and the oil prices, that kind of stuff, interest rates have come back up and they're sitting somewhere to middle of the sixes, right? Some are a little bit lower, some are a little bit higher, but they're not in the sevens. They're definitely not in the fives. So what it's doing right now, it has a lot of buyers that are just very cautious about their payment. And what that means as a seller is it's making you very cautious about your list price. Almost every time that we have tried to list high and bring it down, it ends up not working. In fact, I did a study a few weeks ago where if we missed that first 30 days on the market, on average, it was gonna cost you about $24,000, again, on average, if we missed that going under contract in the first 30 days. It's a very costly thing. Your first 2 to 3 weeks on the market are gonna be your most important weeks on the market, and we really have to price it right and show it very well and market it correct. So those are the key indicators that you need to take away as a seller here in Virginia. Now, everybody's situation is gonna be a little bit different, and that's where I'm gonna ask you, if you guys need help, if you're curious about these market shifts and want to know how it affects you personally, have a conversation with me. We will talk about it in much more detail. And what I like to do, just shoot me a quick text. My number we'll put right on the screen. It's 540-842-2830. Whether you're looking to buy in this area or sell in this area, just shoot me what you're looking to do, your name, your address if you're selling, and we'll get on the books for me to come out, or you guys come in, and we'll have a much more detailed conversation about all this kind of stuff. All right, so I'm gonna sign off here. Just remember, this is, when I'm talking about all these numbers, we're talking about Fredericksburg, Virginia, Spotsylvania, Virginia, and Stafford, Virginia. Those are like the 3 counties that I consider really the greater Fredericksburg area. Now, there are other counties that we work, but when I think of Fredericksburg, those are the 3 counties that come to mind. So when I'm looking at all this data, and what we'll be tracking month over month from here on out will be those 3 counties. If you want a more detailed breakdown of your county, just let me know in the comments below and we'll knock that out, no problem. All right, I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for sticking around.